Internet culture thrives on the bizarre. We share, debate, and laugh at conspiracy theories, treating them as harmless comedic entertainment. Take the massive 2003 online rumor that pop star Avril Lavigne passed away and was secretly replaced by a clone named Melissa. Or the sprawling Reddit threads dedicated to proving that Stevie Wonder is not actually blind, but simply wearing sunglasses for style. We train ourselves to treat fringe theories as a joke. But that cultural default becomes a spot when a theory involves thousands of people enduring severe daily physical suffering. Step away from the message boards and into the physical world, where a growing global community refers to themselves as targeted individuals. These are predominantly sane, functional adults over the age of 40. Medical professionals note they have absolutely no prior history of mental illness. Then, without warning, they begin reporting severe anomalies. They document internal organ pain, unexplained physical burns on their skin, and something they call V2K, voice-to-skull synthetic telepathy, where distinct voices are transmitted directly into their heads. Society universally hands down a diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenia. The individuals themselves maintain they are unwitting test subjects for classified weapons. Dismissing them outright ignores a crisis that is ruining careers, marriages, and lives. We have to ask an uncomfortable question. What if they are telling the truth? In our hyper-connected world, a person experiencing normal late-in-life stressors, like a brutal divorce or a career setback, can easily search their anxieties online and stumble straight into a massive echo chamber of targeted individuals. This diagram illustrates the nocebo effect, showing how a human brain receiving a negative suggestion transmits a signal that creates a real physical symptom. One sixth-grade teacher proved this by having her students simply think about developing a canker sore every day for a week. By Friday, a quarter of the class actually had one. The mind-body connection scales up to astonishing extremes. In cases of phantom pregnancies, women who are not actually carrying a child develop distended bellies, morning sickness, and swollen glands. Their brains hijack their physical biology based entirely on a belief. Apply that biological mechanism to someone scrolling through a targeted individual forum for hours. Reading vivid descriptions of microwave burns, tingling skin, and paranoia can cause a vulnerable person's brain to literally manifest those exact rashes and burns on their own body. Mass psychogenic illness possesses the power to conjure the exact agonizing physical sensations of torture. For these individuals, the pain they feel is 100% real, even if the weapons supposedly causing it are not. But that psychological explanation hits a wall when you look at the U.S. government's own defense developments. The military has actively built and tested directed energy weapons, like active denial technology, which uses radio frequency waves to produce an intolerable heating sensation on the skin. The symptoms described by targeted individuals perfectly mirror those of Havana syndrome. American diplomats stationed in Cuba reported sudden, unexplained tinnitus, intense pressure in their heads, and severe heating sensations, injuries intelligence agencies suspect were caused by directed microwave attacks. A 2022 Department of Defense investigative report submitted to Congress openly acknowledged the reality and ongoing development of high-powered microwave weaponry designed to disable electronics and personnel. Civilian environments are also saturated with an expanding web of new electromagnetic frequencies and satellite communications. We live surrounded by invisible waves capable of interacting with human biology. We are left facing a massive investigative wall. We cannot definitively prove if an underlying mental illness conjured the feeling of torture, or if exposure to invisible technology triggered their physical and mental decline. Whether the source of the trauma is a weaponized radio frequency passing through a wall, or a weaponized psychological feedback loop looping inside a mind, the outcome is the same. The physical and emotional agony is identical. This separates the targeted individual phenomenon from the pop culture myths about celebrity clones and secret musicians. Grouping all fringe claims into the same comedic bucket creates a dangerous level of apathy. Laughing off these reports blinds us to two terrifying realities. We ignore the immense destructive power of the human mind to attack its own host, and we ignore the highly documented proliferation of directed energy warfare. The medical and scientific communities need to rigorously study these claims and run controlled tests, rather than defaulting to immediate psychiatric dismissal and a prescription pad. Until we investigate with genuine curiosity, thousands of people will remain trapped in a waking nightmare. They are being tortured daily by an invisible enemy, living alongside a society completely unwilling to listen.